Hey guys, M.V.K here, back again. How's everybody doing? Still going old school, guys. No green screen, no anything like that. This is going to be this way for the rest of the month, as well as the month of September. I'm doing this as a nostalgia. When I didn't have the green screen, I was still doing my content just like this. So, as always, guys, welcome back to Geek Thoughts as well. And I know there's been a lot of people that have wanted to know what was my thoughts on this, or probably thought about it. Like, I wonder what Chris is thinking about this. And if you're one of those people, I appreciate it very much. And I was going to talk about this, guys. I was going to talk about this subject. So, like many people, you probably saw this post on various comic book sites as well, maybe various entertainment sites like Variety or Hollywood Reporter or any one of those. And the fact of the matter is, I saw this and I was just like, no, this is not real. This is fake. This is just a clickbait. This is just clickbait just to get some clicks. But then it turned out to be real, and I'm like, wait, what? So what we're talking about, guys, is if you don't already know, I mean, the title's right there. CW, there's a live action show about the Powerpuff Girls coming to the CW. Let that sink in for a bit. Yeah. So, a live action show on the CW about the Powerpuff Girls. These super genetically powered little girls that was made with sugar, spice, and everything nice, but with a little accident from their surrogate father, chemical X was added, and they became these super powered little girls. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, they're no older than 4 or 5 years old. They're young. They're really young. But once again, being that this is on the CW, let's get right down to it. What are my thoughts on this? I'm not really too much behind it because, with that being said, we're talking about the CW. There's no show on the CW at this moment where it's centered around little superpowered little girls, in a sense. Everything is teen oriented, young adult oriented, superheroes, mostly all DC characters. That's it. Love triangles, this and that, you name it. So my biggest fears with this is that they're gonna take what make the Powerpuff Girls such a classic is that they're superpowered little girls, and make them into young adult women who are coming of age and they're starting to love boys and everything like that, and get that teen angst and all that stuff. Hell, even introducing the rowdy rough boys, and they get into, like, maybe there's a secret love between Buttercup and one of the rowdy rough boys. I'm forgetting their name. I know Butch. One was named Butch. I forget the others. And that's kind of the biggest fear of that. You're taking away the essence of what made these characters great. In my opinion, I was never a big fan of the Powerpuff Girls getting rebooted on Cartoon Network. I was like, why'd you reboot them? Like, I was never a big fan of that. And when they did do the reboot, they added a fourth member who, if I'm not mistaken, she was the first black Powerpuff Girl, and it makes you wonder, will they add her? But more importantly, outside of that, it's just a case of it's CW, and as much as I do like some of the CW shows, yes, I've watched many of the DC shows since they started. I haven't stopped watching. Flash, Arrow just ended. Arrow ended not too long ago. Black Lightning, I love that show. It just doesn't feel too right with me with bringing this into the fold. But then on case of that, on top of that, you got their enemies. Being that it's supposed to be live action, how are they going to play off their enemies? If you look at the Powerpuff Girls enemies, about maybe 80% of them are anamorphic, animal-like characters. Mojo Jojo is a monkey. You know, he's a monkey. A very smart monkey. Now, you could say, well, you could probably, if they could do Broad and on Flash, they could probably do that, Chris. Maybe. Fuzzy Lumpkins. How they gonna go with that one? And what was the little girl? She was the rich type girl that I'm forgetting her name, but she wanted to be a Powerpuff Girl, but she had all the gadgets. I'm getting her name. But the one that really is the one that I doubt they would really play up is him. You guys know him, right? Let's keep it real, okay? Let's keep it 100% real. Being back when that character first came out, even at that time, I was like, whoa, they actually went there with this character. Let's be honest. He looks like the devil. He's red. But then, of course, he's very feminine. He's very openly feminine. You hear, there are times where his voice will go from, hi, bubbles, and it's very high-pitched and very feminine, like, oh, hi, girls. And then all of a sudden, and then it gets really deep. And then it comes to that. So it makes me wonder how they would play that up. Would they go that route? There's just too many obstacles and narratives of a live action version of Powerpuff Girls that, especially on the CW, that has me going, no, this is not going to work. Even though I try to stay optimistic with a lot of things, but to me it's just like, no, this won't work. Because one, it's the CW, and then it's just with the CW, they love to put the teen angst and things like that into the place. And I know there'd be somebody be out there be like, oh, but Chris, look at Archie's doing good, Riverdale. But let's be honest about that one. The reason why that works, because that's based off of the Riverdale is similarly based off of Mark Waid's run of Archie that he did. Where basically he took the Archie franchise and put it in the modern era, and it worked. That's fine. But we're talking about the Powerpuff Girls, who have always been animated, always came off cartoony, but had some angst and had some morals to them. But overall, the little girls, superpower little girls. Where do you go with that? Especially with CW. CW has always been, as you can see that, it's always been directed towards teens, young adults, things like that. And they're always the teenage angst, the romances and things like that. And that's some of my biggest fear. So overall, my thoughts about a live action CW Powerpuff Girls show is I'm not really feeling it right now. I'm not. And sure, I need more information, and I'm still trying to stay optimistic. But having said that, there is a case where I'm like, I'm not feeling this. This doesn't feel right to me. And that's just my thoughts. So, with that being said, my path, I'd like to know from you all, what's your thoughts on this? How do you feel? Are you behind it? Are you scared? The whole 9 yards. Just leave your input in the comment section down below. And with that being said, guys, this is your Alpha saying peace and love. Stay tuned. Keep it real as always. Stay safe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Deuces.